All right, welcome back for episode 5 of NYR After Dark, late night Rangers talk for the fans who never log off. Um, Another great episode. Today we're going to kind of recap Ivan's experience down in New York City at Fanatics Fest. Talk about some stuff there, what he liked, what he didn't like, all that fun stuff. We're going to talk about a former Ranger that if you could meet them and ask them one question, what would it be? Who would it be? Which, spoiler alert, mine's a super basic answer, which I'm ashamed of, but we're going to break down the Ranger schedule, which just came out for this upcoming season. We'll kind of go month by month, break it down, and then at the end, we should kind of come together and kind of configure um, basically a record prediction for the whole thing. And then to cap it all off, we're going to talk a little bit about how the New York Rangers and their players are going to be rated in the upcoming EA Sports game NHL 27. Kind of a hotbed topic right now for various reasons. People always have their opinions about certain stuff like that. So, what do you think, Ivan? You ready to get into it?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. So, I mean, listen, you went down to Fanatics Fest. I saw a bunch of pictures. Also, it seemed like a great time, man. Run us through kind of just like a general, like, what'd you think? How was it?
So this was my second time at Fanatics. I went to Fanatics year one. Um, Compared to year three, there actually was a big difference. Like same concept, obviously, but from year one to year three, they made it much more organized. The first year I went, I met who did I meet? I don't even remember. Oh, I met Austin Matthews, and then I met Jalen Brunson. And when I met both of them, it was a little chaotic with the scheduling because they have the schedule to meet the players at like certain times. It's not like it's just random. And like Austin Matthews and Jalen Brunson almost overlapped. And then when you ask people questions of like, yo, what do we do? Like how do we make sure we, get both? It was a little chaotic the first year. It was still fun. It was their first year doing it, so like,
Right.
I don't expect it to be perfect. They obviously like compared to year three, they really learn from their mistakes and stuff like that. It's like such a smooth process. My brother, he's gone to all 3 years, and he said from year one to two to three, it's just you always see improvement, which I love. Fanatics Fest is the ultimate fan experience. I mean, like, when else can you go and like meet athletes like that? I know you have like occasional meet and greets and stuff like that, um, but this is just like it's just like athletes like I would never have the chance to meet. Like the one athlete I really wanted to meet this year was Patty Kane because I think he's the best U.S. born player of all time. And I was like, when am I ever going to have another opportunity to meet Patty Kane? Um, and I don't. My brother goes for like the autographs and stuff like that. I don't do that. I just kind of want the picture because I think it's just cool to have a picture with them. It is a little pricey, but if you do buy the ticket, so like to meet Patty Kane, I think it was like $150 for a picture. Um, which sounds crazy because that kind of is a lot of money. But if you can have up to four people in the picture, so if you went with four people and you split that,
Yeah,
four
it's not too
ways,
bad.
it's not bad at all. So, with my brother, we ended up meeting Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, and Patrick Kane, hockey wise, and then we met Rob Gronkowski, football wise. But it was a great time. I had a great time. It was a really long day because we met all four of them in one day, and there was like a lot of waiting online and stuff like that. But it was a great experience, honestly.
That's awesome. Was it like super crowded? Was there like a million people there, or was it like a kind of light? What do you
So
think?
no, no, no. It's it is a very crowded event. So the way like Fanatics is, it has like it has like a little bit of everything. And like when I say fan experience, like one example is like they have a WWE ring there where like you can jump off the top rope and they actually take a picture of you when you jump off, and then when you land and roll off of it, they give you a WWE card of you like flying in the air, which is
That's
just
cool.
like yeah, it's like a fun thing. Hockey wise, I don't know. This year they had you could shoot into like a net, but the first year that I went, there was like a washer and dryer, and if you shot like the puck inside of if you got it inside, you got like a cool prize. They just have like a bunch of like little stuff to do. You can get a bunch of free stuff, honestly. The only problem with that is because of the amount of people, there are quite a bit of lines and stuff like
Of
that.
course. Yeah.
But All that's fun, and then, like, they have, like, a bunch of booths for everything, like, Fanatics has their own, booth with, like, Fanatics Fest merch and stuff like that. Mitchell& and Ness had their own booth.
Nice.
They have a Raising Cane's booth, they were giving out food, Starbucks was giving out drinks, like, they had it's just, like, a bunch of, like, fun stuff to do. Um, uh, I like I said, I really enjoyed it. I didn't do as much of the activity stuff because I had a packed day of just, like, meeting people, but, like, even if you like, say, for example, like, obviously, I paid for the photo ops to meet those players. Fanatics is such a cool event where they, like, somehow, like, they intertwine, like, the athletes and stuff like that. They have, like, a celebrity row where, like, you can stand by the railing, and then, like, celebrities are just walking by you. You can meet you can just see Tom Brady. Like, when am I gonna get a chance to, like, see Tom Brady or anything like that?
Right.
Um and, like, another example is, like, Tim the Tap Man. We used to love Timmy. We still love Timmy, but not as big into video games anymore. But they had a Call of Duty booth there, and, me and Gerald were just like, "Oh, let's go see if we find him or whatever." We checked his stream. He wasn't actually streaming anymore. He ended his stream, like, 10 minutes before we got there, but we were just waiting there, and then we actually saw him, like, walking down the stairs, and I walked up to him, and I was just, "Hey, can we get a picture?" So it's just like cool things where like you're never gonna get an opportunity like this. There's no
Right.
event like Fanatics, and I like really think people should actually because also a day ticket's only like $80. It's not that much to actually go to the event itself, but it can add up. But I recommend people check it out next year. It's definitely an awesome time.
That's awesome. So what would you say like your favorite part of your day? Because I know you said you had a lot of photo ops and you were kind of packed in there with events to do. But what was your like your biggest highlight?
I'm gonna say other than Patty Kane because I wanted to meet Patty Kane. Uh, I don't like saying this one, but meeting Jack Hughes was pretty fucking cool because obviously he scored the golden goal and everything like that, and I also have like a USA Olympic tattoo on my leg that I got after they won, and I got to show him that, so that was just like a cool little moment. And he said it looked dope, so that was pretty cool. And then my brother jokingly told him too. He was just like, "Sorry, my brother's a Rangers fan," and I was wearing a USA jersey 'cause I would never wear a Devil jersey, but I was wearing a USA Jack Hughes jersey. And when he said that to him, Jack looked at me. He goes, "It's okay. He's got the right jersey on now." And I was just like, "That was it." It was like meeting the players is very brief. You get like max like 15, 20 seconds with them. It's not quick. It's just like you're rolling through, taking pics or whatever. So you really don't get much time with them. But it was just like a cool small moment. And I, he's a devil, so I don't really like him that much. But he scored the golden goal, so but that
Yeah,
was
and
definitely a fun.
it's just cool to meet an athlete of that caliber in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so what would you say is like your, if you could change anything about the event or maybe something that you just like weren't crazy about, what would it be?
It 100% has to be like the representation for the Rangers because it's like I understand Fanatics Fest is the every sport coming together at once. And like obviously like you have the World Cup and stuff like that, so that was a huge thing at Fanatics and stuff like that. But there is like zero representation of the Rangers. Like no current players go or anything like that. Like the first year that I went, I think Matt Rempe and Keandre Miller were there. And it's just like I mean, like Rempe was obviously he was coming up as a fighter or whatever, so that was like kind of cool. I think his photo op was like $75, so it wasn't expensive. But it's just like your main guys, like an Igor, Mika, Laugh, GT, like no one shows up. And I like specifically for Lafreniere, I know he's signed with Fanatics, so it's just like I'm surprised like no Ranger players go. Like even I didn't go this day, but on Saturday, like Ovechkin was there. My brother met Ovechkin on Saturday. So it's just like you have like these big name players coming and stuff like that, like Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, Brock Nelson was there, not as big, but still like Brock Nelson, Matthew Barzell was there, like Islanders.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see
Yeah,
a lot of pictures of Barzy.
and it's just kind of depressing. Like even going to like the shops and stuff like that to get like Ranger merch or anything like that. Like I was looking for like maybe a Rangers Fanatics like combo kind of thing. I think I saw one Rangers hat. That was it. I didn't find a T-shirt, nothing. The second floor of the event had a booth for like every like New York team, including the Devils and stuff like that. The Rangers had like the smallest booth, and I think it was combined with like the Liberty. I forgot if it was, but it was combined with like another team. Like the Devils had a cool booth where you walk up to this big wheel, you spin it, and you can get like a free signed jersey and stuff like that. They had like specific like Fanatics merch for the Devils, and it's just like it was the same thing year one and like same thing year three. It's just like there's no Rangers representation other than Hank going every year because I think he has gone every year. There's literally no current Ranger representation, and I feel like that really needs to change because it's a New York City event. Like bring your players, like have people come there. So that's definitely like the biggest and most annoying thing that I would change.
I wonder if that is part of this whole like PR shift that we're kind of seeing with the Rangers right after that whole Artemi Panarin situation.
Mm.
They obviously, I think Dolan got a little scared and kind of pumped the brakes on like a lot of big PR stuff. And I wonder if now we'll start to see that shift a little bit, hopefully, with Quentin taking over, or even just kind of coming off of years removed from that whole situation. And obviously Panarin's gone now, and like maybe their PR will start to open up.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel
and
like
maybe that's part of it.
yeah, I see. I had a conversation with my brother, but then he made a good point. Like players are specifically signed with Fanatics, so like a team can't. I don't think a team can actually really stop that contract because it's not team specific. Because you are on the team, obviously, and you're representing them, but it's not like it's not under their control technically because Fanatics signs the player. But like that also that could be the case also. But that was just a conversation I had with my brother. Um, but we have noticed. I feel like we have noticed an uptick in the media side of the Rangers.
Social media presence for sure. Yeah.
Exactly, because when that Panarin thing was going on, there was like nothing. Like there was no like media at all. And now you're seeing like the little videos that I think I just saw one
Hmm.
of EJ Emery. They're like, "Oh, what's a hidden talent you have?" And he's like, "Oh, I can rap." Like you need that stuff for for the team you follow and you love. Like you want to see a little bit of personality with these players and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. And like I just feel like the Rangers have been bad at that, and I feel like they have to get better at it. Bad at it lately because before, I mean, like I forgot what Stepan's thing was, but Derek Stepan did like a Stepan behind the mic thing that was always funny. Like just small things like that. It's not a huge thing. It's not like they're going out to fans and dealing with fans. It was just in the locker room. He would like ask like the Super Bowl predictions and stuff like that. Just funny little stuff like that. And I really want to see that. I want to see an uptick there, honestly. And even we sent out or we put out the tweet for like the Rangers jersey concept. I think it's so cool what the Islanders did, like giving the fans the opportunity to be like, hey, like make the third jersey. Like sometimes fans come up with better stuff than, than the actual
Right.
team themselves. So yeah, I do maybe not to that level, but I do want to see an uptick in that kind of stuff.
No, I agree with you, and I think that also can be something that kind of helps um, non-hockey fans or maybe even newer hockey fans get into it, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're not into the actual gameplay as much or you're not into the statistics as much, getting some personality from like younger guys, it's easier to gravitate and be like, "Oh, that's my new favorite player," and then you're just watching based off of that. So I agree with you. I think that would be really cool to see.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so you obviously got to meet. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that was a great point, honestly. And even like this is a smaller thing, but like even for like little kids, I was just watching a thing that Vinny Trocheck did, and apparently like his kid was trying to because the Rangers are one of the few teams that don't have a mascot, and he apparently was like trying to like push the Rangers to like get a mascot or whatever, and he's really happy that Utah has a mascot. And it's just like a little thing like that. Like I'm not saying the Rangers need a mascot, but like if you have a mascot, like you bring in a bunch of little kids who like are like love our mascot and the Rangers become their favorite team because of that. It's just small things like that. I feel like they add up eventually.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So you obviously got to have a quick conversation with Patty Kane, which is cool. Obviously, former Ranger, um,
Yeah.
although being short lived. So if you could have an opportunity to, and longer than like the 15 seconds you got, like, and let's say you're getting to sit down for an actual conversation, and you could pick any former Ranger and ask them any one question, what would it be, and who would it be?
Yeah. So before I say that, just want to point out, I did tell Patty Kane we would love to see him back on Broadway. So if he somehow signs with us, I am taking credit. Just
Yeah, you
saying.
should definitely take some credit for that if he comes back. I don't see it happening. I think he's going Buffalo or Chicago.
Yeah, no, I do too. But um, so this one is I feel like it came to my head right away, of like a player I'd want to talk to. One, because he was such a huge fan favorite, but then two, because of like the specific event that happened to him. So I chose Matt Zuccarello as a player I would want to like
Nice.
have a conversation with. Obviously, fan favorite, like teammates loved him, the fans loved
Yeah.
him, and stuff like that. But I specifically want to ask him about that 2015 run in the playoffs, where like Zooks was a major player for us. And Ryan, I think it was Ryan McDonough, took a slap shot and hit Zooks in the side of the
Yes.
head and knocked him out for the rest of the playoffs. I know, like, I mean, he would probably say this as well, but like, I would love to ask him one, like, how that injury actually went, because after a few weeks, it came out like that he couldn't speak or whatever for the first like week or whatever because something it hit his brain or something with his brain. So it's like a scary situation. But then also, I just want to know, like, if Soups was healthy, like, would the Rangers have like gone to the Cup? Because I thought that 2015 team was really good, and he was a major loss when we lost him to that injury. So I think I would like really want to talk. I would just want to talk to him about his Rangers tenure as a whole, but specifically, I would want to ask about that 2015 playoff run where he got hit because that was a devastating injury. I remember like seeing it when he got off the ice. I was just like, oh, please come back, and he was out for the rest of the playoffs. But that would definitely be my go-to for that one.
Yeah, it's a good pick. I like that. I think that'd be really cool, especially it being a dude who's still in the league and can kind of give you reference points based on that. On like if you really
Hmm.
thought the Rangers in that 2015 run could have made the cup,
Hmm.
that would have been cool. All right, so mine, like I said, was super super basic, but I kind of don't care. So I picked Mark Messier,
Hmm.
and obviously I want to know about that '94 Cup. But what I really want to know is like, how was the atmosphere in the city of New York following right after that '94 Cup win? Because I feel like New York, as much as it is a lot of things, I don't really feel like it's a huge, huge like hockey city. Like in the NHL, it's definitely one of the bigger markets, obviously, but I don't feel like a lot of people really rally around a team here unless they get success. Kind of like the Knicks, like we just saw. Like I'll be the first to admit, I am not a lifelong Knicks fan. I don't even really watch basketball, but when we knew the Knicks were making a run and starting to get closer and closer to the NBA Finals, I was. How could you not feel a little bit like I guess geographical pride?
Hmm.
You're like that's where I'm from. Like, you just start backing that team. So I want to know what the atmosphere was like when the Rangers were getting that, I'm assuming, type of push from the city of New York after that '94 win. Like that had to be crazy. Absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, think about it. Like I said, like going back to the Knicks, like there are people in the streets partying down in the city. Like everyone was just happy to be there. Like I want to know if they got that same feeling in '94. And obviously, like I'm trying to find something to look forward to. Like I would love to
Yeah.
get back to that. So
Yeah. I don't.
uh,
I, I don't think it would be the Knicks level because, like, the Knicks, like, Knicks fans are crazy. And but like the Rangers do have like a dedicated fan base, and I remember when they went to the Cup in 2014, and I remember like how crazy the arena was. We weren't having riots outside of MSG, but like I remember like how crazy that playoff run felt, and like yeah, I think that would be a great question, like just like because it's like taking that all in, like winning a championship in New York, like you cement your legacy in New York when you win in New York. So like I would love to know like for even from like Messier's perspective, like what that feeling is like. I don't even think it's something you could really describe, but I would that's a great answer, honestly.
yeah, I would love to hear it. All right, so on July 15th, we found out, believe it or not, four different Rangers games, which is wild because, right, you're going into the 15th and you're being told, like, hey, we're going to find out the first games of the season. And the Rangers are actually opening up for four different teams, which is wild playing their first game. But our first game, which we're going to focus on, is at Boston on September 29th. That's a Tuesday. Um, it's actually part of a 3 game slate. We're right in the middle, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. for us. So
Mm,
we're going to go month by month because then. So sorry, let me rewind. That's July 15th. July 16th, we get the full schedule coming back. Um, First glance, I was like, all right, it's not the worst. It's pretty even. I ended up putting out a tweet. We only have 11 back to backs, which like isn't crazy compared to the rest of the league. I think some in the lowest end of the spectrum, some teams have, I think it's like 8 or 7 back to backs, and the highest is I believe it was Pittsburgh. I believe it was Pittsburgh with 15 back to backs, and they're
mm.
the only team that has that.
That's like,
Um,
yo, I feel like that's a lot actually.
It
Wow.
is a lot. It is definitely a lot. So, and then we also like our longest, I think, home game stint in a row is 5, and our longest away game stint is only 4. So I mean, like it feels very balanced.
Mm,
I think again at a first glance, the front end of our schedule is a little easier,
mm.
and the back end gets a little tougher. I mean, that was just I get we'll go through it a little more in depth, but that's what I felt. Did you have any like first thoughts on the schedule when it came out?
Yeah, I think I tweeted this as well. Specifically just for the Devils because my brother's a season ticket holder for the Devils, and last year was such a weird year. I know, like obviously we had the Olympic break and stuff like that, and the schedule became more compact and stuff like that. But you can't like your one of your biggest rivals. You can't play them 3 times in March. Like that shouldn't be a thing. You know, I know timing is everything kind of thing. At that time, the Rangers and the Devils were both basically out of the playoffs. So there's not that like it's still competitive, but it's not the same if they're both playoff teams and stuff like that. Um, and I think they played the Devils in like the first month, like in the first like 2 weeks. So like I like that it's like it's just more spread out. It's not just at the end of the season. So that was like my number one thing that I noticed. Um, Other than that, nothing really popped out to me, but I know why this is the case, but I hate that the Rangers like don't play at home on the weekends as much. And I understand that's because it's MSG and they have like concerts and stuff scheduled and stuff like that. But that you can't really change anything about that. But it does annoy me
It,
every year.
I get it.
Yeah,
Trust me, I get it. I mean, I'm a, like most Americans, I have a fucking Monday to Friday work schedule, so it's it makes it a lot tougher.
yeah.
Um, so let's go through it. So kind of opening up the first month is a little wonky because it's obviously like the very very end of September because we only have 1 game and it's the 29th. So September and October we're going to combine, but we open up with at Boston. 2 days later, we are home opener against Tampa Bay. Then we are back to back with Detroit. All 3 of these are home are like season openers for these people. So then back to back, we go to Detroit the next day on October 2nd, and then following Sunday, Utah. The 6th, we are home against the Islanders. The 9th, we are. This is all October. We are at Washington. Then we got 2 games at home, Vancouver on the 11th, Tampa Bay on the 13th. Then on Thursday the 15th, we are at New Jersey. Saturday at CBJ, which is the 17th. The 19th, home against Anaheim. 22nd at Toronto. 24th at Ottawa. And then we round out October on the 26th, before a pretty big break, um, with the Kings on the 26th at home. So again, kind of going through if you want, I'll just tell you the team. I'll tell you home or away. Just kind of going back through, and you just tell me if you think win or loss. Don't worry about OT loss. Um, this little counter thing I have doesn't have OT loss; it just says win and loss. So
Okay.
let's home opener at Boston. Let's remember the last time that we saw them at the TD Garden. Do you remember what happened? Do you know?
Remind me.
They dumped 10 goals on our head.
And then what's his name had 4 goals. I remember that. Yeah,
10 goals on our head, dude. Pasta had six points total, all
yeah,
assists.
yeah.
So wild. So at Boston, home opener, or for them, sorry, at Boston. What do we got? Winner or loss? What do we open with?
Give me the W.
I like that. I feel good about that. And then, okay, so then our home opener, 2 days later, Tampa Bay.
Hot start. Give me the W again. I don't think the Rangers are going to get shut out at home. Just saying.
Okay, very nice. Then on a back to back, we are at Detroit.
I'm gonna go for another hot start. Gonna get the win. Corpusalo's gonna get his first win as a Ranger. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be like 5-4. I don't have goal
Okay.
predictions for all of these. I just
No,
let's
listen,
just
I
stick
like
with
it. I like
let's
it.
just stick with
2 days later, we are back at home. It's the return of Vincent Trocheck
mm-hmm.
against the Utah Mammoth.
I think it's gonna be an emotional night, but I'm gonna give us the L on that one. I like Utah this year.
Okay. So starting off 3-1. 2 days later, we're staying at home against the Islanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us the L here. I mean the W here. Sorry, because we're at home. Sorry, W.
Okay. Give me a second here. Because now you messed me.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
You're good. So you got us at 4-1, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. That Friday the 9th, we are at Washington.
Give me the L.
Yeah, the Caps look good.
Yeah.
Caps look great. I mean, we made our Metro predictions last episode. They're going to be a tough team to beat, especially early on. You know, maybe injuries can go one way or another for them, but it'll be
Yeah.
tough. 2 days later, the 11th, we are home against Vancouver.
This better be a win.
I agree with you.
Give us the W there.
Tampa Bay at home 2 days later.
Loss.
Okay. New Jersey 2 days later at New Jersey.
Yep, gonna take the loss there too.
Okay. CBJ 2 days later at CBJ.
At CBJ, gonna give us the loss there too.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
2 days later, Anaheim at home.
Gonna give us a W there.
Really? Oh, you got some interesting takes here, Chief.
Yeah.
3 days later.
Anaheim's defense sucks. I don't like Anaheim.
Okay. Okay. 3 days later, at Toronto.
W.
2 days later, at Ottawa.
W.
And 2 days later, at the home against the Kings.
Ooh. Gonna take the L there. Panarin's gonna come back, score 2 goals, 1 assist.
Okay. So between September and October, for our first 14 games, you got us at 8-6. Not terrible.
Oh. Okay, that's not bad.
Not terrible.
Okay,
Honestly,
so you're keeping track of this because I just have the schedule printed out in front of me. So.
I am. No, I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track.
Okay.
And if we think about how we were at home last year and how long it took for us to score a goal and just be consistent, even though we were one of the best road teams. I think this is it's good. It's a good prediction. I think it's pretty realistic, right? To only go 8-6. So because we do have a lot of home games that month. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So half are home, which is nice.
I also think last year was such a fluky year with like the shutouts at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the tides are going to turn a little bit this year, and you're going to see it even out a little bit at home.
I agree with you. All right, so then we open up November on the 1st at home against Edmonton. We're going on a 3-game home stretch here. So home against Edmonton.
We go with a loss.
St. Louis 2 days later at home.
Going to give us the win.
Philadelphia 2 days later at home.
Going to also give us the win.
The Kraken. We are away at the Kraken 2 days later.
Away at the Kraken. So I was going to say dub. I'm going to give us a loss here.
Okay. I think they're snooping out.
Yeah.
2 days later, we're back against Edmonton, but we're in Edmonton.
In Edmonton?
In Edmonton.
On
the 9th.
Give me the win. Give me the win there.
In Edmonton, we get the win?
Give me the win there.
Jesus. 2 days later, we're at Calgary.
I think the Rangers choke this one. Give me the L.
Then we move on and we are at Vancouver.
Give me the W.
Nice. So that was our 4-game away stretch. And then we are back at home against Montreal that Monday on the 16th.
Ooh. Montreal's gonna be wagging. I'm gonna give me the win there. Give me the win there.
Okay. We then end up getting a big break, and it's not, and we get from the 17th all the way to the 21st off, and on the 22nd we come back at home against Carolina.
Give me the L.
3 days later, we are at Buffalo.
At Buffalo, give me the L.
Okay, 2 days later, this is that Black Friday afternoon game against Chicago. It's at Chicago.
Give me the win.
Back to back here, and we are playing home against Calgary.
Oh fuck it. I wish I swapped the two. Give me the win here. There's no way we lose to Calgary twice.
Okay. 2 days later, at home, Carolina again.
I give him the loss. I'll give you the win on this one. I give him the loss on the last one. Give me the win there.
Okay. So going through the first 2 full months of the season, we are at 27 games. We got a 59% win rate, according to you, right?
Mhm.
A little above half, which feels great. Considering, you're playing Edmonton twice, Carolina twice. You got some other kind of decent teams in there, right? We got Buffalo. We know they're a wagon right now. So not terrible, Montreal. I'm cool with that. 16 wins, 11 losses. Very nice.
Listen, I think okay. I'll just say my opinion for the end. But I like this so far. Record wise, I like it.
Well, yeah. Listen, like we said, first half is supposed to be the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay, going into December, we open up on the 3rd for December at home against San Jose.
Give me the L.
Okay. 2 days later, we are at home against Colorado.
Give me the L.
And 2 days after that, we are at home against New Jersey. I just want you to know this is a back to back. This is the first game of back to back. So at home against Jersey.
I want the win here.
Okay. And then second half of that back to back, we are away at Carolina.
Corpusalo gives up 4 in the first, gets pulled. We lose 6-2.
3 days later, we are away at Detroit.
By the way, I hope that actually happens so we can run this back.
I mean, that would be insane. I'll definitely check the tape. Don't you worry.
Give me the W there.
Okay. At Detroit, we get a W. 2 days later, we are home against CBJ.
Give me the W there.
Very nice. 2 days later, first game of a back to back, we are at New Jersey.
Damn, again? Oh wow, okay. Who's the next one?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's rude. Okay, give me the W.
Second game of the back to back, we are at Philadelphia.
I'm a little down on Philly this year, so I'm gonna say back to back wins.
Nice. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
we're just so you know, we're on a 4-game win streak. 2 days later, we are home against Nashville.
Make it 5. Give me the win.
We got a 5-game win streak here. We got a 5-game win streak. All right.
Ooh.
After that, 2 days later, we are away at none other than the Islanders.
Away. Give me the L here.
All right. Fine. I thought we were going to win. That's why I said it like that. I got excited. 2 days later, at home against New Jersey. This is the third time we're playing them in this month.
Wow.
In December alone, at home against New Jersey.
Oh god. Okay, give me the L.
Okay. We get a nice big break, 4 days off, and then we are away at St. Louis.
Give me the L. You can take L there.
Okay. We are 2 days later back at home against Detroit.
Give me the W there.
Nice. To round out December 31st, last game of the year, last day of the year for 2026, away at Dallas.
What time's the game? Does it show it?
It is at 8 o'clock.
Give me the W. Give me the W against Dallas.
W. Very nice. So to finish 2026, we're looking at 24-17. Sticking with the 59% win rate. right?
I'm
Best win
consistent.
streak. No, yeah, absolutely. And best win streak, we got 5 games, right? Not too bad. I mean, I feel 24 wins, 17 losses feels good.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Feels good.
That's fine.
So then we get through the new year. We got a couple days off, 2 days off. Then we are at home against CBJ.
CBJ. Give me the dub there.
Okay. 2 days later, we play at CBJ.
Give me the L. All right, that worked out actually. Okay, good. That worked out.
2 days later, we are home against Chicago.
Chicago. Give me the L there. I feel like that would be a little bit of an upset for us.
Okay. 2 days later, we're at San Jose.
Give San Jose an upset. I'll take the W there.
Yes. 2 days later, first game of a back to back, we got the Kings and we are away.
Give me the L. Shit, I should ask. Oh no, you weren't. You weren't gonna
No,
tell
I
me.
wouldn't tell you anyway.
Give me the L. Give me the L.
That's fine. Second half of the back to back, we are away at Anaheim.
Give me the W.
The confidence there is crazy.
This
Moving
is
on
this
to
is
that Saturday. Go ahead.
this is also hard because I didn't write. I should have been writing down what I was saying, but it's okay.
No, no, it doesn't matter. Okay. We get a couple days off. Then we are home against Boston.
I'm gonna give me the L there. Give me the L there because I think I put W for Boston last time.
Ooh, sorry, that was the first game of back to back as well.
Oh, first game.
And
Wow, that was just
no,
misinformation.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Second half of the back to back is also at home against Dallas.
The misinformation there was ridiculous. Give me the L on that one. Back to back L's.
Okay. 2 days later, home Philly.
Home Philly. Give me the L.
2 days later, we are away at the Jets at Winnipeg.
Give me an L.
This is our longest L streak. This is 4 games now. 2 days later, we are at Minnesota.
Oh God. Give me the L. Damn. Okay. Give
All
me the
right,
L.
5 game losing streak. Hey, we got 2 days later. We're back at home, and we're playing the Kraken.
Give me the W there. Give me the W.
There you go. Let's break that streak. Two
Yeah.
days later, at home, Florida.
To the L.
Okay. 2 days later, first game of a back to back. We got Pittsburgh, and we're away.
Yeah, if I wasn't blind, by the way, I could see the team, but the font is so small and I can't see it.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter.
Give me the win. No, because I'm trying to look at the back to back.
I know you are.
Give me the win.
Okay. Then our second half of the back to back, we are away at Ottawa.
Give me the L here.
Ooh, here.
That was a rough month.
All right, all the way. Yeah, January was rough. I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. It starts to get a little rough towards the back. We are now through January, 29 wins, 27 losses, 52% win rate.
Okay. Okay, that was my first non-consistent month.
Inconsistent.
What did I say?
Grammar, please.
Yeah, that was.
All right, February. We have, and this is the one game on the February 3rd, and then we get a huge break for the next week for, I believe that's All-Star weekend.
Okay.
So Winnipeg at home on the 3rd.
What did I say for Winnipeg? Give me the dub there. I don't remember what I said before.
Okay, coming out of All-Star break now, right? Through the All-Star weekend, right? All of our phenomenal players are there, which is great to see. Okay, come back around, and we're back at home with Long Island, with the Islanders.
Give me the dub.
Nice. First half of a back-to-back here. We are at Montreal.
That's a tough one. Give me the L here, I think. Give me the L.
Okay. Second half of the back to back, we are at home against Buffalo.
Montreal was away, right? Yeah, okay,
Correct.
yeah. Give me the dub here. Give me the dub.
W against Buffalo at home. 3 days later, back against the Islanders, and we are away.
Give me I'm feeling an OT loss here. Oh no, give me the loss. Yeah, we're not doing OT. That's
Yeah,
a
you
loss.
got a loss. We can't do a deal loss for this counter.
That's fine. That's
2 days later, we are, and this is the first game of a back to back again. So that's two back to backs within about a week. We are away at Philly.
give me the loss here.
Okay. Second half of the back to back, we are away at Carolina.
I'm gonna say Igor starts this one and we get the dub.
Okay. They go Corpusalo against the first one. All right.
Yeah.
2 days later, at the Caps.
Give me the L.
3 days later, home against the Caps.
Give me the dub there. Give me the dub there.
And to round out February, we've got at Pittsburgh.
Give me the dub because I think I said we lost against them the last one. So give me the dub there.
All right. So through February, we are at 35 wins, 31 losses, 53% win rate. Here we go.
That's not horrible.
We're getting down to the gritty here though.
Okay.
So for March, opening up at home on the 3rd against Boston.
Give me the dub. Give me the dub. I'm not big on Boston this year.
3 days later, at Buffalo. First game of back to back.
Fuck. Give me the loss here.
Okay. Second game at home against Vegas.
Give me the win. Give me the win. This is tough. This is actually tough.
Listen, it is tough. 2 days later, at Utah.
Give me the loss against Utah.
Okay. 2 days later, at Colorado.
Loss.
2 days later, at Vegas.
Give me the loss. Yeah.
3 days later, back at home against Ottawa.
Give me the W there.
2 days later, at home against Toronto.
Give me the L there.
2 days later, at home against Pittsburgh.
Give me the L there. Damn. Okay. Shit.
And that was the first half of a back to back. The second half, Washington at home.
That's misinformation again.
You're dramatic.
Give me the dub.
Great.
If I could go back, I would have swapped the
2 days later, 2 days later, at Nashville.
At Nashville, give me the dub.
2 days later, at Florida.
How healthy do I think they'll be at the end of the season? Give me the dub. Give me the dub.
We're on a 3-game win streak.
Okay.
2 days later,
now.
at Tampa Bay.
That ends now. Loss.
And then 2 days later, at home against Minnesota.
Oof. Maybe. I'm gonna say L.
That's finishing off March. We are at a 51% win rate with 41 wins, 39 losses. April, only got 4 games here. We are opening up April with an away game at Montreal.
Give me. This is hard. Give me the win there. I want one. I want one win at the Bell
Okay.
Center.
2 days later, at home against Florida.
You give me the loss.
3 days later, at home against Pittsburgh.
Give me the W.
And to finish the season, hopefully this game is not meaningful in a good way. 3 days later, we are home against Toronto.
Uh, damn, I think I gave us the win against Toronto every time. I'm gonna go L here, unfortunately.
Okay. So we are ending, you have us ending the season 43-41 with a 51% win rate. Our best winning streak was five. Our best losing streak was five. So 5 wins, 5 losses. Pretty even split. You basically are telling us we're going to be a 500 team, which honestly, if you look at last season, I think we beat the playoffs on that
It
just
also
because
matters
of
how
how
many. Yeah, it matters
absolutely
also. How do
OT
are we?
OT losses, of course,
Yeah,
and points like that. But that's my point is there were so many discrepancies that I think the way we're looking at it here, if it's the same as last season, which I don't think it will be, honestly, but you never know. With a weak Eastern Conference, I think this gets us in the playoffs and at least a wild card look.
yeah. Just going based off what the record ended up being, I could see us being a 45 win team.
Okay, I don't hate that.
I think.
I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. So sorry for you guys listening. I know that was long and tedious. Try to be a little bit quicker, with the next segment, which we're getting into is kind of again just a brief overview. So NHL 27, the EA Sports video game, is coming out. They just released a whole bunch of little features. There was a lot of arguing over the connected franchise game mode. But what we just want to look at is how the Rangers are going to look in that game. And we took all of their NHL 26 ratings and we kind of just said, are they going to go up? Are they going to go down? How do we think they're going to look? Kind of based on their play and however else EA decides to rate them. So our highest overall player for 26 was Igor at a 93. Where did you have him for 27?
I think I'm gonna just have him at a 93 again.
As
Like,
I actually did the same exact thing.
okay.
I think injury didn't give them any fuel to go higher or lower, and he played well when he did play. So, I have him set at a 93. Our next highest player was Adam Fox, actually, at a 91. Where do you have him for
Let's see,
27?
I'm gonna bump him up one to a 92.
Okay, interesting. I had him down one.
Yeah,
Um, the Olympic snub, right? Injuries again. I think a lot of people were down on Adam Fox this year if you weren't a Rangers fan. So I think for that reason they just bump him down one. You
yeah.
know,
I just think I agree with the injuries, but he was almost like point per game, so that's why. And
for
because our
sure.
team is gonna be better this year, I'm just giving him that little boost.
Fine. Sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So then we got JT Miller at an 87. I think for me, I have him going down to an 85. I think they're looking at this potentially being his age regression, right? Starting to happen. Again, we know he was playing through injury, but I don't really know how much they care about that. I think they bump him down 2 points. What do you got?
I it was funny because I was gonna say I know Ranger fans probably want him bumped down to an 85. I got him to an 86. Just bumped him down one.
Okay,
I could see him staying at 87 to be honest.
sure. They also have Mika at an 87. For this one, I have him staying at an 87. I think he was phenomenal and it was a great year. I don't think they're looking at it from a Rangers perspective. I think they're looking at it from a league perspective, and they're just going to go, yeah, that's just Mika being the second line center that he is. So 87.
I gave him an 88. I think he gets a
Okay.
little bit of a bump.
Okay. I mean, I hope so. This one made me kind of want to throw out this entire segment because of how stupid it is. They got Braden Schneider rated at an 86. Just a reminder, Braden Schneider is going to be on our third pair, getting paid $5.5 million. Um, I got him going down to an 84 because I hope they come to their senses. What about you?
I have an 84 as well. That was just man, I'm trying to think of like why they would give him an 86. Maybe because he was like a second pairing D man for us, so they were like, we can't have him be that bad. I have no
Yeah, I
idea.
think also like the little bit of that, like, oh, hey, he's a right-handed defenseman. Not a lot of them. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's such like 86. You would think that like, oh, he has some offensive potential. Like,
Well, wait for this one because they have him rated higher than Vlad Gavrikov at an 85.
yeah. See, I would put Vladdy at an 86, 85,
Okay.
86, but I would put him
I
there.
I was gonna say I have him staying at an 85.
Yeah,
Next, Will Cooley at an 84. I got him sitting at an 84.
yeah, I got him sitting at 84 too.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, he, here we go. Alexi laughing. Yeah. I've got I've got Laugh going up 2 points from an 84 to an 86.
Gotcha. I have the same thing. I was contemplating
Oh,
putting
you were
87.
reserved. Yeah,
Yes,
you were
I
reserved.
was contemplating putting 87, but I was just like, he still needs to prove himself, but he did have an outstanding end to the season, and it's also a little bit insulting. I feel like nothing against Cooley, but having Laugh and Cooley at the same overall is kind of crazy to me. But
I don't think so. Just up to this point, Cooley has been shooting well out of his range and kind of doing everything he's asked to do, and Laugh really hasn't stepped up to the plate. So uh, I think in the end they shake out where they're supposed to be, but so far I don't think it's that far off. Next we're going to Noah Laba at an 80. I think he sits at an 80 overall.
I think I bumped him up one to an 81. I think I was just kind of being nice, but 81. I don't know. 80,
I don't
81
hate
doesn't
that.
matter to me.
Another year in the league, right? Maybe he gets a
Yeah,
little bit from experience.
that's kind
Here's
of what
one
I
where I
meant.
think there's going to be a big jump is Gabe Perreault. They got him at a 79. I think they got him bumped up to all the way to an 83 at this point.
Gotcha. I had him at 82. I
Yeah,
was, yeah, I was, I could see 83, but I just, because it's EA, I don't see the bump being that high, but 82 is,
yeah. You never know. You never
yeah,
know. Ty Cartier an 80. Sorry, a 78. I am sitting at a 78.
same.
Yeah, I don't think they touch him. Matt Rempe, same thing. At a 78, I think he stays there just because. I mean, we saw him for what 11 games this season. Not even. So
Yeah,
I just think they leave him.
I just have him notched down one, 77.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Matthew Robertson at a 75. I think they bump him up one to a 76. Again, I think Rangers fans probably look at it and go like, the hell, he needs to be a little bit higher than that. He did really well. But I just think the league doesn't see him that way, and I don't think EA sees him that way. And I think they'll just look at him as like, yeah, he got some play time and he made the NHL like roster a little more comfortably. So give him another point. So 75 to 76.
Yeah, I'm giving him 77, and I'm just being generous because you know what? He came in and performed decent enough to stay. I just give him 77.
Absolutely. Then we got Yaro Hamelash. I don't even know if I said it right, but
No, you
love
did.
Yaro. Um, I got him going from a 74 to a 75.
Same exact thing for me.
Yep. Now we're on to the new guys for the most part. Bjorkstrand at an 84. I think he goes up to an 85. Just a single point, kind of.
So I got him. So originally I actually wrote down 83, but then I scribbled it out and I left him at 84. But the only reason why I was going to bump him down was because of the year he had with Tampa. But I think he'll play better on the Rangers.
Yeah, no, for sure. Then we got Dursey coming over. He was rated an 85. I have him going down again, just dealing with injuries and stuff like that last season. So I'm going from an 85 to an 84.
I just have I have him staying at 85.
Okay. Um, Dorofeev, right? Big acquisition, had a really, really good playoff performance. I have him going from an 86 to an 88.
Same.
Nice.
I
I
just
mean,
think
hey, man,
yeah, he's a pure goal scorer. I think they're gonna bump him.
for sure. Um, this person who doesn't really belong on the team, in my opinion, but is here anyway, so I guess we'll put him in here. Corpusalo. I've got him going from an 81 to an 80 because he sucks. Go ahead. What do
Yeah,
you think?
no, I have 82. I almost did 79, but I put him at 80.
Yeah, I also think him kind of going out of contention for a starting spot, kind of going now to like you're going to be a backup, loses him a point or two. And then Marcus Pettersson. They were at him at an 85. I have him going down to an 84. Not really his fault, but we all know how that was last season.
Yeah, same with Jersey. I kind of just have him staying at 85.
Cool. So for the team overalls, the Rangers were sitting at an 84 for their offense, an 82 for their defense, and their goalie was at a 92. Where do you think they go to for 27?
So this was without doing any math. I'm just kind of like basing it off
Yeah.
the number. I actually had their offense going up one. I had it going to an 85. Um, but then defense, I actually bumped it 3. I had it going 285 as well.
I actually have the same exact thing. I have both going up to an
Oh,
85, and then for goalie, I have it just dropping down to a 90, just
oh,
because
okay.
obviously I think Quickie being gone is going to drop it a little bit, and either Corpusalo or Garand if they put him there, which I didn't put Garand in here. My estimation would be around probably a 78, 79 for Garand,
Hmm.
just because of lack of NHL experience, but I think it only brings it down so much, you know?
Yeah, I just knocked it down 1 to a 91, and that's
Yeah,
purely just because of Corpusala.
yeah, exactly. So just overall, like looking at the team right now, kind of removing ourselves from the video game world. Like we know our defense has improved. Um, we know we've got help with scoring in the top six now with Dorfev, and we're still look. I feels like we're almost still looking, even though we don't know if it's going to happen. We feel like we're still looking for another top six winger, whether that ends up being a prospect or a potential trade. I have heard a lot of mixed bag reviews, and that's kind of coming from Rangers actual media, you know, like Mercagliano and guys like that. Like a lot of people are saying they're done, like they're probably done. But then you get some people here and there. Like I was listening to Vince Mercagliano's podcast, and he talks. He's like, I think they still have one more move in the bag, or I think they want to make one more move, whether it happens or not. I don't I wanted to get your opinion. I know this is kind of off the beaten path of what we said we were going to do for this episode, but just to round it off, like, do you think they make any more moves, or do you think we're done?
I No, I think we're I think we're done in the sense of like a free agent signing. Could there be like PTO tryout? Yeah, I can see that happening. But as of right now, I think we're done. Um, I think this year our biggest X factor I feel like for this team, or it's actually 2 people, but like Laugh and Gabe, I think are going to be the difference makers of this team. If they both take that next step, I think it'll make like a huge difference in like the final outcome of the team and even the outlook over the next few years or whatever. Because I also know like I know you're talking specifically just are we going to make like another ad, but like I feel like a lot of people always say like we need like another top six guy, which me and you both agree on, obviously. But I think right now Drury made all the deals he could make. Like obviously we heard the rumors that he did try in other places. I just right now I just don't think we have the cap to add anybody significant or anything like that. But I think Drury's mindset is also kind of the same, where it's just like, all right, we're going with what we have right now, and then like you want certain players to take that next step. Um, but yeah, like what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, listen, we got 2.7 mil left in cap. I don't hate, and I'm gonna catch some shit for this. I don't hate Line A on a one for one with a bunch of incentives. It's a guy who has top six potential. Sure, he's a head case. Sure, it could be a problem, but it's almost like you put him in there and you go, listen, dude, if you're going to be a dick, we're just going to get rid of you.
Mm,
Like, here's your one for one. Take it or leave it because nobody else wants you. Try to be a scorer in the top six. If it doesn't work out, see you later. Whatever. This year wasn't going to be a cup run anyway. And then it also, like, it's, we get to bump Bjorkstrand down. And again, if Line A starts to act up or isn't performing, you've got now, we're assuming you're going to give that a little bit. And we've got that spot for Green Tree, for Bodman, for Brody Lamb, you know, whoever you want to try to, hey, let's just put a young guy in there because Line is not really working out. And then you fucking healthy scratch Line and whatever. He's just being a dick, you know? So that's how I look at it. But
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
get it.
continue. Yeah,
No, I get it.
I was just gonna say he just if he the 5-on-5 thing like isn't I don't want to say it's not a big deal. I'm kind of
I know
ignoring
what you're
that
going to say.
he's bad 5v5 and he's so dependent on the power play. But if he was just better defensively, I think his whole situation would be different. But he's just cheeks defensively, and that's the problem. Because it's like if you were to put him in our top six, it's like because you said bump Yorkshire down, which is like the obvious move in a sense. But then like he's also so good defensively that you would like kind of need someone on your line like that. But the problem is like you want Gabe to get top 6 minutes, you want Laugh to get top 6 minutes, and you're giving Doro top 6 minutes. So it's
Yeah,
just I don't know because that third line is going to be a defensive line. So I see why you say that and stuff like that. It's a 1 year deal. There's no risk behind it. Like why
right.
not do it? It's just at this point, I don't see him fitting. I just don't think not even that he doesn't fit from what I just said. I just feel like he wouldn't be given the proper opportunity that he needs
Fair,
to make him excel.
fair.
But I don't
Yeah,
think he's a
and
bad.
mainly because of power play. Mainly because of
Yeah,
power play too. All the spots are filled, and we're not putting him on there. I agree with you.
yeah,
It was just food for thought because I was like, he's sitting there. We have 2.7, and we're missing a top six. Who cares? You know.
yeah,
But you're right.
yeah.
All right.
It's just
Well,
oh yeah,
listen.
you're good.
Yeah, listen. We're already over an hour, and I know longest episode so far, and believe it or not, this is the deadest time of the season. So,
Yeah,
um, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. To NYR After Dark. I mean, make sure you're following us on X. We're trying to pump some stuff out. I know content gets a little weird at this time of the year, where you got people talking about movies and stuff other than hockey. But we're gonna continue to try our best to interact with you guys and engage in the range of discourse that we love and that kind of that we crave in this time where there really isn't a lot. So, anything final to add, Ivan?
nope. Just ready for the season to start.
I know I feel the same way. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.